So, a couple of little choices you can make. You can see the way you manage your energy, you can see it with life's a marathon. So what we've got here, we've got demand or load. This is the pressure that you put on yourself. This is time. And I know there's medical people and health people in the room, so this is not my specific area, so bear with me. This is a real quick run over. But what happens is, if you put no demand on yourself, guess what happens to your performance? It actually what? It drops. Yeah. If you do the same run, day in, day out, the same exercise, your performance will drop. Put pressure on yourself. Someone said to me the other day, why are males obsessed with shit? You know? Someone says, you know what that looks like, don't you? I heard the medical name, I don't know whether it's true, I heard the medical name for Viagra the other day. They were looking for a medical name. Finally they got one, Medixadropin. Is that right or not? It doesn't matter. Okay. Let's keep moving. So that's one choice you've got. You can see, one, that life is a marathon and take it easy. Don't listen to anyone that says take it easy. Don't listen to them. Next. Breathe for me. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Not you, not you, not you. Another way you breathe. Breathe for me. Go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Go. Go. No time for this shit. Go. How was the seminar when you get home? Loved you very much, darling. I've got lots to do. I've got to get in the webinar. Go. Ever been round them? Okay. Guess what happens, folks? They hit the what? Wrong. Gong. Thank you for playing. They never hit the wall. The wall hits them. They never see it coming. The adrenaline and the noradrenaline is pumping so much they finally get a 2 weeks holiday with their family. The first week they get sick. Have you ever seen it? Ever experienced it? Guess what? This is probably you. Here's an interesting stat. I don't know whether it's true, but someone told me after one of these seminars, they said, it was an overseas seminar. Paul, it's really interesting. You know, in our country, the state with the highest degree incidence of heart attack, you know the state that has the highest incidence of heart attack? New York, wouldn't you think? Let me give you a clue. Hawaii! Because that's where you go to have your heart attack. You've been working your butt off, and what happens is all that stuff finally gets out of your system. Isn't that amazing? Is there a choice? Of course there is. There's the final choice, and here's the choice. You go hard, you recover. Go hard, recover. So what we're talking about here is the concept of recovery and renewal. Recovery and renewal. You go hard, you recover. You go hard, you recover. One of my clients is Mars. Whether you like their products or not, it doesn't matter. And they have an unbelievable percentage growth and percentage profitability at the moment. Unbelievable. They're doing very, very well. And everyone looks at them, how can they do so well? Because here's what they do. They go hard and then they recover. They go hard and then they recover. Every 2 days they take their senior leadership team away for a program called Create the Space. Isn't that beautiful? 2 days. 60 people, 2 days, every quarter in some of the most beautiful places around Australia. Haven't gone offshore yet. And everyone says, you can't. How do they afford to do it? They say, how can we afford not to? They get recovery. In a way, these days for you, I know you're learning stuff, but they're a form of recovery, are they not? Where you sit back and you reflect about your business. So here's what I want to put to you. What we'll be doing today, and I'm just going to give you 14 things real quick. They're on a handout. We're going to talk about what can you do in this space here. I reckon this space is going to get big enough anyway. There's going to be always more pressure, is it not? So the load is going to come up anyway. The load will come up. What we don't look at enough is recovery. So the principle is balance, looking at results, looking at renewal. Looking at results, looking at renewal. My philosophy is that the results are constantly on you. You've got to get results, have you not? What do you think you put off a hell of a lot though? The what? Not the results part, but the what? The renewal. We're not making enough time for renewal. We're not making enough time for renewal. We're not making enough time for renewal. So, nothing in this stuff is stuff you don't already know. Sorry, folks. This is about self-remembering. But what is going to be different here, I'm going to work real hard to get you to do one thing, okay? Just one thing and do it bloody well. And if you do this one thing over time, it'll make a nasty difference. And you can choose what that one thing is. So there's 4 energies. We're going to do a little quick assessment at the moment. 4 energies that you need to work on. This is I do dad jokes because I'm a dad. And this is, the energies are physical, intellectual, talk about what that one means, emotional. This is actually Covey's stuff, so I just want to honour him. You'll see the honouring in the corner there. And spiritual. Now, here's another little quick prize. What sort of a graph is this? Or chart is this? That's a dad joke, don't you love that? It's a pie chart. Well, beautiful. Okay, so these, we're going to talk about these as if they're disparate things, but are they related? Of course they are. Have you noticed if you're feeling pretty good emotionally, you're much more likely to maybe go for a run? You know, feel pretty good, go for a run. Have you noticed if you go for a run, you're much sharper intellectually? So what we're saying is they're different energies, but they're all related. Okay, now Dale, thank you, because it wasn't me that could afford this. We've got the Yes So Yuck psychological assessment here for you, which is normally about $595 each, but today free. Don't you love it when people say that stuff? Okay, so yeah. Don't clap so early next time. You should wait to see this. So here's what you're into. Tipping me, thank you. Okay, that's of course. So first of all, physical energy. Some people get up in the morning and they're stuffed. Oh, you know, hit the snooze, hit the snooze. I want you to wake up in the morning feeling energised and even go to bed feeling pretty energised too. And I'm not talking about, I'm not going to go about the weight stuff here and all that stuff. I'm talking about, I've seen really fit people that go to the gym and pump iron and they're asleep all the time. Ever seen that? I'm talking about pure psychic entrepreneurial energy. So the next one is, and this is what Dale Elliott was talking about. The guy was so on the money yesterday. This is your ability to focus. Because what happens is, if you're an entrepreneur, whether you know it or not, you've got a recessive gene called ADD. You know that, don't you? Most entrepreneurs I see, the good ones, are almost attention deficit. But they know that and they don't give a shit. Because like Dale, they don't give a shit that they're attention deficit because they have absolute intention. That's the key. So, your ability to focus. Next one is your ability to love. The quality of your relationships. To love and to be loved in return. How good is that? Folks, you're doing this for your family. You're doing it for friends. Why would you bother if that's not there? Notice I said quality, not quantity, for the young lads in the room. Just in case. There's a typo there, Paul. Finally, meaning. What's the point if it doesn't mean anything? All stuff will fade. Some of you have been through a whole lot of stuff. My grandfather always used to say too, if all the world had to put its problems in a heap and we had to divide them equally, we'd be very happy to take our own back. Yep. You talk to people. We've all been through stuff, right? So the thing that lasts is meaning. The thing that lasts is meaning. And what I want you to think about is how meaningful is what you're doing now. And if you can't find it, then find it. Even Ray Kroc McDonald said, I mean, where's one hell of a dude? I see as much beauty in a rose as I do a hamburger. He wasn't talking about the actual rose itself, but the process of doing it. So here's this amazingly expensive thing, normally $4.97, but today free for you. You're going to rate where you are. This is the questionnaire, by the way. It was a joke. Okay, so here we go. Physically, intellectually, emotionally, spiritually. Over here, we have yuck, okay? Yuck means, you know what, I'm not too physically up at the moment. I'm not too focused. I'm not too connecting, okay? And this can change. Sometimes right now with my wife and I, we've been doing a lot of stuff together. It'd definitely be a 9 out of 10. When I'm away a bit, it gets down to a 3 or a 5. That makes sense? They slip all the time. So in the middle, it's like, in fact, let's do yuck. Just do yuck, 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 yuck. You know it's yuck. Don't BS yourself. Then in the middle, you've got so-so. Okay, thank you. That's so-so. And on the other hand here, you've got yes. Okay, just pump your right hand. Yes. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, with each of the energies, just put them down. Just give yourself a number. That makes sense? 1 to 10. Where am I? Don't BS yourself. Quickly. 1 to 10. Physically, intellectually, emotionally, spiritually. The accountants. In the room, any accountants? Finance backgrounds? You watch and they always go, 5.7. How can you do that? How can you think that way? Okay, with your buddy, get a buddy, get a good-looking one. Now, if you turn to someone and you have to excuse yourself, that's okay. The good-looking ones go early, by the way. Now, with your buddy, it's real quick. I'm going to make a siren or whatever. It's really like... is speed dating. You know, what do you got? Tell them here's where I'm great, here's where I'm not so good. Does that make sense? Quickly. Here's where I'm good, here's where I'm not so good. Here's where I'm good, here's where I'm not so good. With a buddy next to you. Entrepreneurs. Okay, so that's just, I know you haven't finished, but we're going to try to pick up some time. Get a good baseline, you know, get a good baseline.